At the heart of it, entrepreneurship is about understanding the needs of the people we're here to serve and bringing value to them, bringing solutions to those needs. That's what it's all about. It's not just about greed and money and I'm going to take as much as I can for myself. Nope, that's not what it's all about. It's actually about how can I help as many people as possible with what I've been given. Look at this. This is actually my Impact Junkie cup right here, okay? I got some tea tonight in this afternoon. If you look at this cup and it's full of this water or tea or coffee, and I take a drink out of it, that seems like less for you, right? There's only so much here in this cup, and I just took a drink. That was so good, and now there's less for you. I got it, you didn't get it. That's for some reason, some mindset that has come up around business, and it's supported a lot in culture. The business is just about greed and taking, and take as much as you can and run and hide. But in fact, when you see entrepreneurship, the free market and business, it's actually adding more and making the cup bigger. It's making it infinitely bigger because you're actually putting more in. You're not taking it out. Oh, come on. We got some flying X's in the room. You're not taking away, you're actually adding more. You're making it bigger. You're adding more value for everyone. We're all succeeding. We're all growing. Belize is getting bigger. Our country is getting bigger. Our community is getting better. It's stronger. We can have trade together. We can work together. We serve one another. We help each other. That's what you can do through business. Ooh. If you do a one-time transaction, a one-way gift, yes, it's nice. And gifts are great. I love gifts. That's fantastic. But if we limit our impact in the world to just a one-time, one-way gift, think of what you could do when you turn on your entrepreneurial, your business brain and go after these complex challenges that exist in your world. And you start bringing other people together and you scale it into a movement. Woo! That's the power of entrepreneurship and business and thinking this way. I don't have time to talk about the moon. I don't have time, but this is the farthest photo we have of planet Earth. There's 8 billion people right now. This is taken by one of the Voyagers. They turned around and took this last photo of Earth. It's the farthest one we have. That little speck, I don't know if you can make it out on the screen. That little speck is planet Earth. Everyone who's ever lived or is alive now is on that little dot. You can impact that dot. You can influence that dot. In fact, there are all these people waiting for you. The most unselfish thing you could do is start a business, is be an entrepreneur. One of the most selfish things you could do is keep that idea inside of you and not help other people and just stay in your comfortable little spot. If you really want to change the world, if you want to do something selfless and unselfish and selfless, if you really want to help people, why would you keep all of that you have to offer the world to yourself? Woo, come on. So let's talk about people. I'm going to keep moving. Who are you here to serve? There are a specific group of people you are here to serve. You have experiences that other people don't have. You have passion. When you combine your unique set of passion and your unique set of experiences and put that together, it aligns with a big group of people on this planet that are just waiting for you to step up. Do you know who that is? Let me tell you this quick story. Woo, I'm loving these comments in the chat. You all are getting me fired up. Talk about igniting change. So this wonderful story starts in southern Belize, in the villages down there. You all know this. I've told this story around the world, and I love telling it in Belize because this is where it happened. And I love that you all know these places. You fly in, you drive down, and you'll meet people like this. This is Marcos and Elfina and their daughter. Wonderful. They reached out to us on behalf of 5 different villages in southern Belize and said, can you help us with some business training and help us invest, help us with ideas on how we can unleash this creativity, help the people in our villages and our community. They're working in the faith community as well with churches. How can we spread this? How can we think more like entrepreneurs and bring these business ways of thinking into our community? So we said, well, we'll come down, and we did some training. This was our very first session down in Punta Gorda. And when we stopped, we were actually working on chicken farms, which was the first idea they had, which is great. And while we paused, Elfina stopped to make us food. And here she is making us rice and beans, like my favorite ice and beans coffee shop. And we noticed that she was making these awesome bands, which you probably have seen. And we said, Elfina, this is really cool. Could you make it like an Impact Junkie X? Do like a prototype of that? She said, I think so. The next morning we came back. This was the prototype, the black and white here. I love how she's doing it. Total entrepreneur style, no shoes, no problem. She's just going for it, like going for it. And we said, well, what if we help market these, offer these to Impact Junkies and help you kind of launch this off the ground? What do you think of starting a business around this idea? There's a lot of people that would want these. And she said, absolutely, let's do it. This was her first sale. And then 5 months later, we came back, and what do you think we found? Boom! Impact Junkie bands everywhere. And Elfina had not only done this for herself, but she had empowered others all across the villages. And it had scaled into this movement. And my favorite photo is Elfina with a stack of cash and this big smile. And this grew. It grew. The movement. This is what happens when you understand the people you're here to serve and you're going after it with passion and purpose. This is what I'm here to do. This is something I have. This is experience I have. I can connect this with this group of people. It starts to spread. And there we are putting their dreams up on the board. We went to celebrate. She got her first cell phone as part of her business so she could communicate. There's a video, which I don't have time to share, but the story doesn't just end here. The story continues on. You heard Monique talk about that Belize Investment Summit. Well, we had been working with them down in the villages, and actually they came up. They bust up and came to this session that we had outside of Belize City. And here we are with entrepreneurs all across the country. And here is Marcos and Elfina front and center with the U.S. Embassy, Beltrade, all the partners there in the country, entrepreneurs. We had brought entrepreneurs and investors from the U.S., and we had this amazing event. They were right there front and center. And not just that, but because of understanding your passion, your purpose, connecting your dots, and bringing together the people you're here to serve, she got up and spoke at this event. The assistant to the prime minister was there and said, this is so inspiring. Would you come speak at an event to all women entrepreneurs across the country? Woo! Talk about making it a movement. Talk about making it a movement. And this is a great photo of us doing a selfie here. I love this story. But one of the best things, later that night, we were having another event with the embassy. Marcos and I shared a hotel room. And he was so excited that night. He could not go to sleep. I had a rollaway bed that they brought into the hotel, and I was sleeping. And I said, Marcos, you have my bed. He was trying to sleep. And he couldn't go to sleep. He kept saying, but Philip, I have this other idea. I have another idea. We could do this business, and we could do something else, and we could connect these people, and we could do this. And I said, okay, Marcos, that's great. It's really great. Let's talk about it tomorrow. I'm really tired. And we wait for a second. And he said, but I have another idea. What if we... And he would continue on with another idea. And I said, Marcos, this is great, but I'm so tired. He was on fire. The fire had caught. And he said the most beautiful thing that I've ever heard in my life. He said these words. He said, Philip, you've changed the way we think. That means a lot. That means more than anything. There's no way I could just give a one-time donation and say, okay, good luck. Have a good life. What if we could invest and empower people with the tools and support, build relationships with them, see the fire catch, then see it catch again, and then they are empowered to go catch fire with other people. Woo! Come on. Oh, we got some flying X's in the chat. The most selfless thing you can do is start a business, is be thinking like an entrepreneur, If you want to impact lives in your community, in your world, it's going to happen by working with other people. You live out your dream by helping other people live out their dream. I have a challenge for you. I challenge you to come up with a business that is purely selfish. I challenge you to come up with a business that serves no one other than you. And you make money and you live happily ever after with piles of money everywhere. I cannot think of one. And I've asked this many times at many different events. No one can think of a business that is purely selfish, that doesn't involve adding value to other people. Any business you can think of is about how can I serve other people? How can I meet their needs? How can I add value into their life? How can I help them solve these big problems in their world? Business can't really be selfish. If you're doing it right, business is about understanding the needs of the people you're here to serve and serving them. My goodness. I hope you all connect with me on social media, connect with me on Instagram, connect with me on Facebook, connect with me on YouTube. We're working on starting a new YouTube channel with more of these kinds of videos. If you love it, please go to @PhilipHarding, subscribe, follow, connect on one of those socials. Go to Impact Junkie, join right now, make an investment in yourself. There's a lot of free content, get weekly live support, coaching, resources, videos, everything you need. Come join us and connect with other IJs. If you're going to live this journey out, you're going to need to be around other people who are thinking the same way, acting the same way. I invite you into this story.